Hey there, I want to talk about conditional love. Growing up, I was to myself. I didn't talk much. I was always in my own little world. Um, when I started to draw, people started to notice, and I started getting attention. The older I got, I started playing music and creating music, and people started paying attention. I started to experience love in a way that was conditional. When I did something good, I felt like people cared and loved me. My mom was so busy that the only time I really felt loved and cared for was when I was sick, and I got sick often. Um, so growing up into an adult and finding myself continually trying to create or do something to um, get love took its course. And this summer, I really recognized, I'm still recognizing, that my relationship with God was similar. I would try to please God, I would try to live out His word right, because when I was doing that, I felt like He loved me. So it was either create, um, work my butt off in the law, trying to do all the rules, or feeling depressed and like crap. And so there was no in between. And I'm learning now that God's love is not conditional. God's love is unconditional, which is foreign, I think, for most people. It is for me, and I am a licensed pastor with Foursquare, and I'm still learning God's love. And I think it's amazing that I was standing on a rock that crumbled this summer and having to be like, what the heck? Jesus is supposed to be the rock. And to realize my own life experience and journey painted Jesus into something that he isn't, and that's why it crumbled. I was viewing God as He only loved me when I was doing something or creating something, and that's just not the case. And I was reading the scriptures last week, and this scripture, I've been meditating on this scripture for about 2 weeks. It says in Zephaniah 3:17, "The Lord your God is in your midst, the mighty one will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with His love. He will rejoice over you with singing." There's another scripture in Psalms. It's Psalm 16, I think verse 11. It says that in the presence of the Lord is fullness of joy. And I've always wondered, man, I want to be in God's presence because I want to experience that fullness of joy. And this week, through this passage in Zephaniah, I realized that God is always excited and rejoicing. He wants to sing over me. And I'm trying to wrap my head around His love in that. There is never a bad time with God. Like, whether I'm happy, sad, mad, frustrated, He still loves me, and He still pursues me, and He still wants to be with me. He invites us into that place where He's always excited. Have you ever been around somebody that's like always excited to see you, and it's like you feel good around him because it's like, man, this person likes me. That's Jesus. He's always wanting to hang out. He's always excited to see you, and He's always joyful. And if we can draw close to Him and recognize that and believe that by faith, I think that'll change how we view love and hopefully move towards unconditional love towards ourselves and towards others. At least that's where I'm moving towards, and I need it. I want it. I don't want to have conditional love for myself and conditional love for other people. And so, yeah, God's working on me, and He's faithful to let those false ideas of him crumble when we try to stand on him, because that's just not him. He is unconditional in his love and calls us to that. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully that encourages you to pursue the Word and learn who Jesus is in a more healthy way. So, yeah.